Blaney's rejoining there, they're all three wide. Neil's trying to get involved and Blaney hits them both off. Blaney comes back on the track, hits both cars. Beats the right on the back of Bradders into the hairpin on the inside. Bradders outbreaks himself and they both pass, just hard to say. Stevie passes them all straight through. Oh, Callum's lost it! Callum's lost it! What a recovery! He uses the wall, but what a recovery there from Callum. Let's have a look at Steve. Now Stevie holds his own around the outside. And no way Jose, but then gets a slow run out of the corner. Bids us right up on the outside of him again. This is brilliant.
LPB WTCR Championship Round 1 Race 2 from Le Mans Bugatti Circuit. Welcome back, guys. We are here at Le Mans Bugatti Circuit again for Race 2 of the LPB WTCR Championship. And let's take you through the grid for this race. So let's go to our drone and look at the grid. So here we go, guys, just turning it round. And Bidster gets pole position again from the random draw. So two lucky draws there for Bidster. It's TY alongside him and the other BMW at the front as well. Then it's Will in third. So the three BMWs in the top three, so that should be good for the start. Then we've got Pash in the Mercedes in fourth. Then it should be Stevie fifth because it's got the numbers mixed up. Stevie fifth, George sixth, the two Renault Megans on the on that row. And then it's Blake from Bradders, and then Neil Farmack draws the back of the grid. So let's see how things go in this one, guys. So let's get ready to rumble here. So let's start the video off. Looking at the grid. Revs rise, and away we go. Everyone gets a good start. Will gets bogged down a bit, but the other two BMWs get a fantastic start. Bidster and TY side by side. Pash with Blakeney coming up on him. The BMWs are fantastic off the grid. As we go into the first corner, we've got Stevie in the middle of Will and his teammate. Oh, Will goes onto the gravel as TY and Bidster go side by side. Blake goes wide, and then one of the Megans trying to get alongside that. Stevie goes around the outside. George follows him. Bang! Hits Blaney at the side. Bidster going to the inside of TY up front. Then we've got this gaggle of cars. We've got Stevie from George and Blake giving him a little tap to make good friends. Pash trying to get up the inside as well. Bidster's got the lead, but he's alongside TY just defending into the corner, and Bidster takes the lead of the race, sliding his way through. TY looking for the cutback, and then further back we've got Blakeney with Pash up the inside. Pash up the inside of Blake, and Bidster defending now from TY. Not quite got the run that he had in the first race, so TY alongside him, but Bidster holding on with all his might. Oh, running wide out the corner, sliding the car. TY closing right up there. TY going to the outside, or trying to, but no way he's found. Blake back there, he's okay, but then we'll go to the front. Bidster in the lead, but going to defend from TY now, defending the inside. TY trying to go around the outside, get the inside for the next corner. Not happening. Bidster holds on just. TY trying to get round, and then Stevie, and here comes Stevie and George in the front wheel drive Megans round the outside of TY. One of them's trying to do it. Stevie's trying to go first. Stevie gets around the outside of TY, takes position. Bidster ahead from Stevie. TY. Then it's George in fourth, and TY defending from the second Megan now. So the Megans attacking early while they've got the tyre advantage on the BMWs. But TY gets a good run out of the corner and comes straight back at Stevie. Have that. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Straight up the inside up towards the first corner. Further back we've got Neil having a little battle with Will, but looking at Stevie and TY into turn one. Stevie, oh, very deep into the corner. I thought he was going to collect Bidster then. TY trying to go for the cutback, no way he's found. Stevie defends the inside. TY goes alongside him under the Dunlop Bridge down to the long right-hander, and Stevie gets a good run in, but again TY can carry the speed around the outside and get a good run with the rear wheel drive, but no, now he's got to watch out for George if he's on the attack. Stevie defends the inside into the left-hander. What a cracking opening few laps this has been, and it's still going on. Stevie from TY from George as TY runs wide. George goes to the left-hand side, which will be the outside for the hairpin. He's on the wrong side, really needs to switch back to the inside, but can't do it. Bidster, oh! TY runs wide and hits Stevie. Runs wide and hits Stevie. Stevie rejoins. That's not like TY to miss his braking point, but TY misses his braking point and runs into Stevie, but luckily all cars continue. That could have been a lot worse, but TY gets away with it, and Stevie gets a bit more time in hand. So try and catch Bidster now if you can. So Bidster, Stevie, TY. It's George, Pash, Blake, Neil, And then it's Will and Bradders. Bradders is right on the back of the pack in this one. Good to see Bradders on the back of the pack. Obviously got a good start this time. Didn't jump the start, which helps. Further up we've got, still looking at TY and George. George attacking him. And TY having to defend the inside. Stevie's closing up on Bidster as well. So the front wheel drive Megane's getting the start that they need in this one. So the BMWs last time got a bit, well, Bidster got a bit lucky last time because he got a good start, and also because of all the drama he pulled away, but this time Stevie's staying with him. There's TY, George, Pash, Blake, then we've got Will and Bradders near the back as well, the two BMs near the back. Bradders, Bidster's teammate, looking for a better finish this time. Let's see what he can do. Out of the chicane, so things just starting to settle into place now. Lap time wise for the leaders, 1:44.1 for Bidster, 44.6 for Stevie. So Bidster still with the advantage so far. There's Pash, further back, not seen much of in this one, so Pash in 5th. And his teammate Neil in 7th place, so he's just trying to close back up, so first few laps were a bit... Oh, there's Bradders up the inside of Will. Bradders making moves, here we go, Bradders on the move here, and he's passed Will up the inside, and now he's got to defend down to the next corner. Will pulls back alongside on the left, Bradders on the right. And into the braking zone, Bradders should hold the position, and he does. Good defensive work there from Bradders. Will goes for the cutback, but no, Bradders gets a good run out the corner and takes 8th place. And again, a reminder, Bradders is running manual for the first time this round, so best of luck to him, he's doing well so far. There's Pash, 5th place, Blakeney trying to close upon him. We'll watch the lap times this time round, but they'll bid to get a bit sideways there in the BMW, so just trying to push the limits into the last corner. Sideways into the apex, and now again and sliding the car out the corner. The BMW just picking up the speed out the corners, incredible with the BMW with the rear wheel drive. Oh, TY would have had a good run out, but he's gone wide onto the gravel, and George goes through for 3rd place then, so George given a gift, and TY down to 4th place. Luckily Pash has got a bit further back, so he's got a bit of a gap to regain his speed and control. But into the chicane, and it's all the same as Will. He's ahead of Bradders again, so Will's passed Bradders back. So Bradders must have made a mistake in that last complex. Up to the chicane, up to the Dunlop chicane. Through there nicely, good lines from both drivers there. Bradders a bit wide, but again, they're just getting used to things. Bidster a 1:43.9, fastest lap of the weekend, but then George does a 43.8, fastest lap of the weekend as well. Now remember, if the front wheel drives are going to do a fast lap, it's going to be within the first half of the race while the tyres are still good, because the tyres will overheat towards the end of the race with the front wheels doing all the work. The front wheels will get very warm and they'll start losing grip. And that's where the rear wheel drive comes in. It's good off the start, and obviously the front wheel drives are strong from sort of in between lap 1 and probably about 4, and then they start to go off and the BMWs can start reining them in again. But with the rear wheel drive, obviously, once you go sideways and you lose it, you've more or less spun round really, so there are drawbacks, there's pros and cons to each one, but as the front wheel drives go through the race, the tyres start to deteriorate. But TY straight through on the inside, nice clean move there on George. George looking for him to try and fight back if he can, but can't quite make it stick as TY goes out in 3rd place. To the last corner, and TY definitely ahead. Oh, George, a little snap under braking there, just really pushing hard. Then we've got Blakeney, and right behind Neil, right behind Pash. So Pash has got a bit of a traffic jam behind him now. He's got Blakeney and Neil, his teammate, behind. So both cars, see there, see the speed of the BMW compared to the Mercedes on the straight. And it goes up towards the chicane. Ah, contact! How did he come across on him there? Just comes across on Pash, and Pash into the wall. Blakeney had all that room. I don't see why he should have come across there. He should have been a lot more to the other side. And, oh, no, Pash just... They both come back onto the track, and there's a little helping hand there from Pash saying, there we are, that's what you deserve, as Will comes through and almost hits Blakeney as he's rejoining, as he carries all that speed through. So we'll just fit some replays in a moment of the first half of the race as Bidster comes under pressure from Stevie. So now's the time to look at the replays now, quickly. Here's some replays of the first half action for you now. Okay, first of the replays on board with George on lap 2 to look at what happens to TY. So breaking into the corner, he leaves his braking just a little bit too late and hits the side of Stevie. Luckily it was just side to side, and both cars keep going, but George couldn't capitalise on that because the two cars were blocking the track, so they all resumed, and they were. Okay, here's a look at the Pash and Blaney incident on board with Neil Park. So Blaney goes alongside, and look, he's got all that room to play with, and he just comes across and across and across, and hits Pash, and they both go off there on the side, and then now we go on board with Will, so the other cars ahead are rejoining. And we go past Bradders here, have to slow down for a penalty of some sort. And here's the carnage up here, and we're coming past, and Blaney's rejoining it. Look, we just about make the corner and stop, but very close stuff there. Okay, here's the second look on that on board with Pash. So looking here, we'll see we can't go any further over, and Blaney just blatantly comes across and doesn't leave any space. We go into the wall, and then as we're rejoining here, Blake puts the power on and spins as Pash is trying to rejoin, and then hits him again, and then just spins himself round. And then we look back here, we can see Will coming up to the pack as well, and then Blake rejoins at the back. And now we return to the racing action. Okay, we come back from that. Bidster is now defending from Stevie, so Stevie's reeled him in. He goes on the inside, Bidster holding on to the outside line, sliding the car around the outside, trying to find the grip and the power, and it's worked. Bidster has to get on the power and fight the car in order to try and stay in front, and he has done. So Stevie now under pressuring Bidster all the way now in that front wheel drive Megane. Rear wheel drive BMW versus front wheel drive Renault. Through the chicane, Bidster gets the advantage slightly through there. We've got TY in third place now. He's passed George back, so George has gone down a position, TY ahead. Further back we've got Will and Bradders, and then we've got Blake at the back after that incident with Pash. I don't know why Blake did that. He should have left him a lot more room. He should have been turning in left, not turning. Should have been turning right. Sorry, not turning left. But unfortunately, that happened, and that will be reviewed after the race, and we'll see if any penalties get added to him. So, and because we don't stand for any of that in LPB racing, we do fair racing, and any incidents do get looked at by our steward. So everything is fairly done. And done to keep the racing as clean as possible. We don't stand for any dirty driving in LPB racing. As Stevie cuts the chicanes there, I won't be surprised if that's a penalty for Stevie, because you can see they were definitely cutting the corners there. So yeah, he went all four wheels on the curb, which is not allowed. You've got to keep at least half the car on the tarmac, and he didn't do that, so he's closed up on Bidster, and that should be that'll probably be a penalty if he doesn't back off. So Bidster might know in comfort that he's alright, but he still, I think he'll want to win this race outright, even if Stevie has got a penalty, so he'll not want to let him go, because if he gets ahead and pulls out the gap he needs, then Bidster's well and truly screwed. So got to watch out for that as we go into the hairpin at the bottom of the track, and out of it, Bidster sliding his way out in the BMW, trying to get all the grip he can. TY and George closing up on each other as well. George catching back up to TY. The cameras on this game are awful, but still, as I'm flicking through the names, guys, it does the cameras automatically, and sometimes the cameras can't keep up. Back to Bradders. Bradders in 7th now, ahead of Will and Blake, so Will's gone backwards to 9th place. Blake trying to get himself back up the order after the mistakes that were made. Will goes very wide, Blake goes up the inside, and whoa, Will holds on to his position, and leave literally inches between him and Blake there. Inches to disaster, but luckily gets away with it. But Will holding on to his position, he's not giving up that place on his life. Into the chicane we go. Bit wide on entry for Will, but again keeps hold of his place, so it's just showing he's quite willing to get his elbows out if necessary. As Blake goes up the inside, oh, have that. Blake stitches him up the inside. If you're not going to let me through, I'll have to try and sneak through, and that's what Blakeney did. Uses stealth and goes straight through on the inside. Have that. And Will will probably only just realise what's happened, because it happened that quick. He'll be like, oh, okay, there's a white BMW in front of me now, fair enough. Okay, moving on. Well, meanwhile, moving on, Stevie's right behind Bidster, literally bumper to bumper as they go out the corner. Bidster runs wide, Stevie gets the run on the inside with the front wheel drive, but Bidster will get a better run from the outside with the rear, and into the next corner. Stevie will have to try and go for a cutback or something here, and tries to run around the outside of him. It's going to be very brave if he can do this. Can Bidster get across? No, he can't. Stevie's still on the inside. He's going to brake late on the inside. Yes, he is. Bidster gives him space. Oh, Bidster runs very wide, actually. Bidster misses his braking point a bit, runs wide, and now he's chasing Stevie. Stevie takes the lead of the race. So Stevie taking the lead for the first time in the WTCR Championship, by LPB Racing, take in the lead. I don't want to get copyrighted for saying the wrong one, but yep, LPB WTCR series. I know it's a bit of a letter jumble and mouthful, but I've got to say it like that, otherwise I might get copyrighted, so I've got to be careful. But yes, this is our LPB replica version of the WTCR. We ought to really call it the LPB World Touring Car Championship or something like that, so or something like that. But yeah, LPB WTCR sounds okay, so we're going to stick with that, guys. And round the last corner we go with Bidster and Stevie. Bidster trying to catch up to Stevie now, doing all he can. Stevie's ahead. George wide out the last corner. Thought I saw some dust kick up. George wide out the last corner and losing a bit more time to TY. Neil Farmack is in 5th on his own. Pash is back down to 6th, obviously after the incident with Blake, who is starting to catch him up again now, so Pash won't be too happy about that incident that happened, but Bradders is still ahead of Will in 8th place, so a good 8th place so far for Bradders. He's keeping up with the pack, he's keeping it consistent, which is good to see, so hopefully next race should be even more competitive. Remember, guys, the next race will not be at this track. We're doing two races at each track, so each round there'll be 2 tracks, so 4 races, 2 tracks, 2 round this one, and then there's 2 round the next track, which will be Imola. So 2 round Imola after this, so that should be really good. The Italian circuit should be quite a front-wheel drive friendly circuit, that one as well, so watch out for that, because the BMWs will struggle on the curbs on that one, and the front-wheel drives can just attack more. But again, towards the end of the race, the BMWs will come strong. So we'll see what happens in that race later on. But Stevie in the lead of this race for now, a 1:47.3 last time round, but he was battling, so trying to do all he can. Stay ahead of Bidster, but Bidster's trying to reel him in if he can. Bidster's really trying to reel him in. Into the last complex. The rear-wheel drive BMW not as suited round these corners as the front-wheel drive, but Stevie runs wide there. So the tyres, like I said earlier, the tyres on the front-wheel drive car will be starting to go now. We'll be starting to just get a bit warm. The grip's still there, guys, don't get me wrong, the grip's still there. It's just the heat of the tyres because they're having to do all this work, steering and power. But on to the last lap of the race we go. Stevie in the lead from Bidster. So round the first corner and then into the Dunlop chicane, onto the brakes. Bidster having a last lap dash now to try and catch Stevie up through the chicane. Stevie runs a bit wide and Stevie is still ahead for now. Bidster still can't do much about it, but again, after the race we'll see what kind of penalties there's going to be, because you never know. Bidster could have some, Stevie could have some, anyone could have any, because the track limit penalties on this are quite strict. George is in front of TY now, so TY's made a mistake on that last lap, a 1:48.8 for TY on that last lap. So remember, we'll get some replays in before we go to the results of what happened in the second half of the race, just so we can recap and see what happened to people. So don't forget as well, guys, to like and subscribe and leave all your comments of the race down below. We'd love to hear your feedback, but try and keep it on the nice positive side if you can, because positive side lifts people up and it makes people better racers, and any hints and tips are cool. So here comes George up to the chicane. TY right on the back of him, and Bidster right on the back of Stevie as well, just trying to see if he can get past him. Last complex, this is where this McGann should be better, but Bidster's going to be pushing with all his might to try and get past, and Stevie will be defending like hell through these corners. Bidster closes right up and he rides the curb in the BMW, but the Renault holds on for now through the last couple of corners. Oh, Stevie goes wide and Bidster has it. Oh, he doesn't have a chance because there's not enough room. But across the line, Stevie's going to win the race. Well done to Stevie. Stevie wins on track at least, but we'll see what happens with the penalties. Bidster second, and then TY is going to be third with George in fourth. So swap on the last lap. TY on third, George fourth, Neil in fifth. Well done to Neil Farmack. And then we've got the rest of the field coming down here as well. We've got Pash coming up to the last corner in the Mercedes. So through there goes Pash, and it'll be a 6th place for him. Pash gets 6th place across the line, and then it's Blakeney in 7th after that incident with him and Pash, but that'll be investigated after the race anyway. As Bradders comes across the line with a solid 8th place for Bradders. Well done to Bradders, and Will just still getting used to the car in 9th place. So we'll just get the those replays in for you of the last half of the race. Here's the replay of the second half action for you now. Okay, here's a replay of the TY and George battle on the last lap of the race. This is how TY got past him. So into the second to last corner, he has a look. Can't quite do it. George runs wide though, and TY just gets the car alongside and commits to the move and gets the third place right on the last corner. What a last corner that was for TY. And we come back from that, guys, and we'll just get those results confirmed for you now. Okay, guys, here's the results of race 2. It's Bidster who inherits the win because Stevie gets a 9-second penalty added because of track limits. So it's Bidster from George in second, and it's Stevie third, TY in fourth, only just because of the gap. And then it's Neil in fifth, Blakeney in sixth, ahead of Pash with a 9-second penalty as well. And then Bradders in 8th, Will in 9th. So, as we come back from that, your winner is actually Bidster because of the penalties received to Stevie. We're just trying to get him in shot here, guys. The camera's just acting wrong, so let me just... there we go, we can see now. So yeah, Bidster in the BMW ends up winning that race. So the blue BMW... on the right hand side wins the race. Well done to Bidster, but Stevie did win on track, so I suppose it is a theoretical win, but still, if he didn't cut the corners he wouldn't have got the penalties. So Bidster takes the win, and we will see you guys next time for race 3, which will be at Imola. So we'll see you then, guys. Take care. Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments down below, hit your notification bell, and the next race will be round 1, race 3, and it will be from Imola. So don't miss that one, guys.